I've never talked about this guy before, but I've made a lot of tweets about him, made jokes about him on Twitter. So if you follow me there, then you might know my opinion on him already. But if you don't know who he is, then I'm sorry to be the person who introduces him to you. But today we're talking about ChudTheBuilder. He's a controversial nuisance streamer, a type of live streamer content creator, if you can even call it content, that focuses on going out in public while live broadcasting themselves, usually with a voice to text or text to voice donation thing going. So whenever people donate and send a message, it reads it out loud for people in public to hear. And they'll walk around streaming, usually starting fights with people, fucking with people. Sometimes they'll go to restaurants and just let the text-to-speech yell slurs from people that are donating every time a donation comes in, and when somebody gets upset by it or they get kicked out, it ends up being content, they get more donations, and it's a really disgusting and grimy content format. Some nuisance streamers are much less severe. They just kind of live stream themselves making a fool of themselves, and they're the butt of the joke, and the worst thing anyone else goes through is having to witness the embarrassment of someone acting a fool, while others are a lot worse. A good example is Johnny Somali. You guys might have heard of him. He went to Korea and would just go to South Korea and cause chaos. He would go there and like beat people up, steal, trip people, call people slurs, and just scream in public. He also did it in Japan, apparently. Real horrible guy. He did get arrested, apparently, in South Korea, which is pretty fucking awesome, I won't lie. But today we're talking about ChudTheBuilder. You can probably imagine, just from his name, Chud, he is definitely marketing himself to a right-wing audience, and a lot of his nuisance streamer content centers around getting up in the face of, like, a black person or a woman and putting them down based on their identity, screaming slurs in their face, calling them subhuman, that kind of thing. And conservatives love him because, more often than not, let's say he's in the face of a black person calling them the N-word, he doesn't proceed to get beaten up for it. And so conservatives are like, look, he's destroying the say it to my face narrative. As if these aren't the same people who claim that black people can't control themselves when emotional or something. Anyway, conservative Nazi racist hypocrisy is well known. I don't need to point it out to you. But this ChudTheBuilder guy, man, people have been just waiting, including me. I'm just sitting there with my popcorn, enjoying it, crunching on it, waiting for this guy to get what's inevitably coming to him. And just today, that almost happened. We're one day closer to the inevitable happening. Man known for racially derogatory live streams taken into custody after a shooting today in Tennessee. That's right, this happened today. In Clarksville, Tennessee, a man who goes by ChudTheBuilder and live streams himself saying racially derogatory statements to black people in public settings was taken in custody after being involved in a shooting outside a Tennessee courthouse on Wednesday, authorities said. Dalton Earthley and an unidentified man were involved in a confrontation that resulted in gunfire, District Attorney Robert J. Nash said in a statement, but Nash wouldn't say why Earthley was at the courthouse in Clarksville, what he was doing, or what prompted the confrontation. Police didn't provide the race of the other man. However, a waitress who said she saw him loaded into an ambulance described him as black. Both men were transported to hospitals for medical treatment and were stable, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office said. Claire Martin, who works in an attorney's office across the street from the courthouse, said Earthley is well known in Clarksville for antagonizing people. This is ChudTheBuilder. ChudTheBuilder is well known in Clarksville for antagonizing people to see what he can get them to do. She said he yells racist slurs at people while filming them. Quote, he's not a contributing member of society, she said. Martin did not see the altercation, but saw the aftermath. The other man waved at us as he got in the ambulance, she said. In a video posted on the website pump.fun on Wednesday, this is that brainwash nonsense insane site. Oh, what the fuck, dog? Give me a second. I gotta demod somebody who's abusing their privileges. Sorry about that, guys. One of the moderators is salty and went ahead and just started, mass banning people They have like an issue with some other member of my Discord, and they've been freaking out about me not banning them, so I demodded them, but I forgot to demod them on YouTube. My bad, folks. In a video posted on the website pump.fun, this website, by the way, I've heard of it a lot. It's specifically popular with those live streamers that just stream gambling all day, like Trainwrecks, XQC, Aiden Ross, that crowd. This is like their sector of the internet. I guess it has some kind of crossover with Kick, which is this less moderated Twitch that all of the worst streamers like to stream on, and people who have been kicked, ironically, from Twitch and YouTube, they resort to streaming there, and that becomes their sort of degenerate hive ground. It's a little bit like Mos Eisley in Star Wars. Jacob Fenley, an attorney listed in court records as representing Earthly in a separate harassment case from November, did not immediately return a phone message. Earthly had been scheduled to appear in court Wednesday morning in Clarksville, located about 50 miles or 80 kilometers northeast of Nashville, over a $3,300 debt allegedly owed to a credit company, according to Montgomery County court records. The civil case was filed in February on behalf of Midland Credit Management. So he's like he's got a ton of debt with his credit card and everything. It's not surprising. Earthly, a white man, live streams confrontations to social media where he can be seen and heard making racially derogatory statements to black people in public. In a video taken in a market, he says to a passing black man, "I'm not going to quote it." In fact, I'll just show you guys some clips of him doing that in a little bit, because it'll give you guys a good idea of what he's all about. A clerk tells Earthly he's not allowed to say that word. He responds, "America is free speech. Tell me I can't say something again. This is fucking America." That's kind of his whole bit. Now, ChudTheBuilder is in the hospital and getting arrested because he kind of shot himself on accident. It turns out, in the act of trying to bait someone into attacking him so that he could shoot them and claim self-defense, he shot himself. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up.
I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing. They were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He was still wailing on me.
God damn. If that's real, if he was still getting wailed on after shooting the guy, then what does that say about him and the other guy? The fact that, like, this dude was such a pussy after starting a fight with someone, he had to pull out a gun, which is biggest pussy move in the world. If you start a fight with somebody, you're talking shit, and you're trying to start a fight, and then when the fight starts, you pull out a weapon, that is the biggest pussy move imaginable. Don't let anybody say otherwise. And the fact that he shot the guy and still continued to get his ass beat, holy crap. Oh my gosh, you can't make that up. That's top tier.
Where's your weapon at?
They have everything.
Whose weapon is that right there?
I believe that's it. Is that yours?
Yeah.
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 He's talking to them right now. Oh no, you guys are good. Do your thing. Okay. He has a graze. I call it a graze to the left arm. He has slight abrasion right here on his head. Okay. Maybe some scrapes. Lightheaded.
I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing. They were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He was still wailing on me.
Where's your weapon at?
That is just top tier, man. I just gotta sit and enjoy the sound of him talking about getting wailed on, even after he shot the guy he's getting wailed on, and shoots himself on accident. He shot himself in the arm. I don't know how he pulled that off, but that is, like, the way you avoid that happening, by the way, is by simply not putting part of your body in the way of the firearm. That's, it's pretty simple. For reference, by the way, if you're wondering, like, okay, so what was this guy do? What is this guy's deal? What was he doing that got him shot? Well, here's a clip of what this guy gets up to.
You heard me, nigga. Fuck your shit. Let's not fight. Let's not fight. I am.
Touch me again. Touch me again.
I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I really don't.
Go pick up my hat, nigger.
Jesus Christ, why did it not censor it there? To be fair, we're in the era of right-wing YouTube. I don't think YouTube cares.
Heard me, nigga.
That one was censored.
Touch me again. Touch me again, nigger. That's what I thought. Thank you.
Hey, don't hit me with that shit.
I ain't gonna pray you. That motherfucker wants to put his hands on me again. Go home with shit. Let's go get his ass.
So, yeah. Better off still not starting shit in the first place. Well, he goes there to start shit, and then he assaults the people who get upset and then eventually lay their hands on him. It's the entire brand of this content. You fuck with people until they do something illegal. And then you attack them, assault them, shoot them. I mean, he was probably trying to kill the guy that he shot, and wanted to get away with it by claiming self-defense. Like, ideally, in these guys' minds, they can get away with murdering someone on camera and monetize it. That's what all these guys dream of, right? Like, that is the ultimate content. And they will absolutely, happily weaponize anything they can to get away with it.
Hail Hitler, nigger.
This guy very much is not even trying to dog whistle. You know, like he's owning it. And this is what Kick is like, by the way. If you've never been on Kick or any of these like more degenerate streaming sites that are for the people who can't have a platform on Twitch or can't have a platform on YouTube, then just know that it's mostly like this. A lot of what is going on there is just this kind of content. The entire platform and everybody on it should probably be investigated for all sorts of crimes. Let's be real. But yeah, people have been hoping for ChudTheBuilder to finally get what's coming to him for a while. There are a lot of clips of him fucking with people.
That nigger guy. Got your body cam on? No? I want to know what y'all were talking about before I walked over here. You've been staying in here the whole time in your live stream.
He even fucks with cops and stuff. Only decent stream on Kick is Kino Casino. I heard they were dunking on the quartering pretty hard. Seems pretty funny. But I know Andy Worski's kind of... Well, he was a weirdo back in the day. Maybe he's gotten his shit together. Who knows? I won't judge him for stuff I remember from like a decade ago at this point. But, yeah, this guy's the type of person that the internet, even right-wingers, don't like this dude. That's the weird thing. You would think that this guy's whole brand being just running around harassing minorities in public and being a complete asshole, you would think that conservatives would actually like the guy, right? But they don't really. They really don't. They kind of hate him. They low-key despise him. They think that he's a bad representative of the white race. Like, the far right don't even like him. And, like, a lot of conservatives, just as much as the average progressive, is sitting there waiting for this guy's downfall. A lot of them are waiting for him to... something a lot worse than an online downfall to happen to him. You know? Or that guy should keep himself safe. Yes, a lot of people have been saying they really hope that ChudTheBuilder keeps himself safe. That, you know, they're wishing very good things for ChudTheBuilder, that he lives a long and happy life, and that nothing bad ever happens to him. You know, a lot of people are wishing the best for him. He shows his power level too early. Yeah, just there's no actual conservatives who enjoy this. Genuinely, his audience pulls somewhere around 300 concurrent viewers. That's not very big for a conservative pundit that's, like, being talked about all the time like he is. Even among conservatives, he's not very well liked, it seems. But it seems like in the next few days, we're going to find out whether or not the charges he's gotten are going to stick. And it's possible he goes to prison for shooting this guy in an altercation he started. Hell, I'm pretty sure just going out armed, trying to start fights with people is already a crime, so he might get in trouble for that. And then there's the factor of, this guy's not going to stop doing what he's doing. If anything, if he gets away with this, it's going to empower him to get worse. And if he gets any worse, it's going to take less than a week for for him to end up in serious trouble that there's no chance of him slipping out of. That's why Chud the Builder is so fun to watch, because this is the kind of guy who, within 2 months at the furthest out, this guy's going to be either dead or in prison. And it's not that we're all wishing for it, it's that we're all waiting to see it happen. It's inevitable. None of us can stop it, so we sit and we watch the train wreck. Anyway, folks, hopefully Chud the Builder never comes to your town.